Hello, my name is John Murphy. This video is for CIT 270A, Session 2 Video Journal. First statement, compare and contrast servant leadership and secular leadership. Secular leadership attracts people to follow them through power and authority primarily. It is by choice that servant leadership draws those to follow them. In one way, servant leadership exposes more of the leader to those they intend to lead. This is contrary to secular logic, and that by exposing oneself, the perception that weakness is exposed, thus invalidating the authority to lead. But by being the humble leader, they actually engages and opens themselves up. They create a greater bond with those they need to lead. It's probably harder for pride and arrogance to fester when you are a servant leader. I like the following statement from the text. Secular leaders are lords over those they lead. The word Lord means one to whom service is due. The Christian leader serves his followers. Second point, explain how you are challenged to lead like a shepherd in your life. After a bit of thought, there is a good example for this. My father has spent his life always sacrificing, always laboring to guide our family. His example of selfless devotion to family and adherence to the principles that God has given us inspires me to emulate him. In short, he has shepherded his family. I have tried to duplicate his example within my own family. When I became a father myself, I learned that I couldn't always dictate. I wanted to do more than that. I wanted to reach them so they understood why we operate the way we do. This effort, I hope, has aspects of servant leadership and shepherding. Next point, provide an example of how servant and/or shepherd leadership can be applied to business practices today. I have seen offices ran by dictate. It's a one-directional communicating example. It functions and reaches a moderately successful level. I have also seen offices led by people who try to be more approachable, such as those through servant shepherd style leadership. It is when unexpected problems arise that the difference between the two is apparent. The office that works more as a team, the group that is more connected and trusting of each other, usually overcomes the challenges easier than the isolated, dictated leadership style. This assignment was a little challenging in that it shows a different environment than I'm used to. In the military, we can't afford to be exclusively shepherds in our leadership style. Or to rephrase, we cannot have an opt-in leadership approach such as a servant shepherd style does. I can see the advantages, however, of the servant shepherd style. It's just not familiar to me in my context. This text from the assignment really nails the point. You are only qualified to lead to the degree you are willing to serve. I discussed the differences between secular and servant leadership, how I have been challenged to lead like a shepherd, and gave an example of how to apply it to business practices. Thank you.